In a world of podcasts, one rises in the night to destroy them all. The elder god in an ocean of noise, the Cthulhu of the airwaves. This is Spoiler Country.
All right. Hey guys, welcome back to Spoiler Country. I'm Kenric Regan. Somewhere on these squares is Mr. Horsley, also the lovely Melissa Search, coming for his first tot, and hopefully more than one, is Sil from our buddy podcast Coffee Talk, which I highly suggest you go check out. Available, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Sil, everywhere podcasts are basically heard, and on YouTube.
Yes.
And there you guys go. So we're just here for a tot. That just means it's all open. And you know what? I have a question for everybody. I'm going to start it with the big one that happened this week. Everybody knows what I'm going to ask. What's your thoughts on Will? That was the slap heard around the world.
Oh my God. Well, yeah. So I didn't watch the Oscars last year at all. I boycotted them because they were just too white, basically, for me. There weren't diverse enough. There were no females. There's no females nominated. Yeah. It was just, I said, I'm not going to watch this garbage. So this year, I had work. I caught it late, but I caught it just at the right time, about 20 minutes before this whole thing happened. I sit down with my cheese and my wine, and yeah, we were sitting there, Chris and I, and at first we're like, is this staged? Is this kind of like the shtick, And
F-bombs kind of gave it away.
Yeah, no, I think we like paused it, and he's like, no, run that back, rewind that. And I was like, oh, he just got like bitch slapped by Will Smith. Like, that was real. And then he's screaming, and Jada's got the eye roll. And yeah, first of all, I laughed hysterically. I thought it was pure entertainment.
Well, he walked up like he was the Jeffersons.
Yeah, yeah.
Like how Sherman used to walk you with the whole, like, he walked up there with
he was prancing.
Yeah.
He was like, that's why I thought it was. And even when he turned around after he slapped him, he had a kind of like a little smirk on his face. So I thought, maybe he was just sort of tapping him like, hey, watch your mouth. And then he just turned into full on like the Hulk. And people are just clutching their pearls. Lupita behind him. Oh my God, Lupita's like, what? That meme of her face was actually,
she should have won the Oscar.
Yeah.
That's reality.
It was weird because when it happened, I was like, I watched it. First of all, I didn't see it live. I woke up in the morning, like super early, to tweets saying, what just happened? Is this real? With no context. And I'm like, okay, something big just happened. And I get online, and it's Will Smith is all over the place. And I watched the uncut, and it was just so weird because you hear the joke, and it was so tame. Yeah. It was not a bad joke. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it was actually
it out of context, it wasn't a bad joke. But when you hear the context of her struggle, yeah.
But I was like, okay. And then you watch it go, you watch him get up there, slap him. The whole thing happens. And I'm like, what? You know what I mean? Yeah. And there's a part of me that felt that Chris Rock was quite the man to take it. Yeah. Not, you know what I mean? Not overreact to the whole situation, because he kept everything. It could have been really bad. Could you imagine if that was somebody else who thought they were a badass, and all of a sudden we could have seen a full-on fight on the Oscar stage. Oh, yeah. And the fact he kept his composure, said, whoa, dude, it was just the G.I. Joe joke. And then he was like, G.I. Jane joke. And he was like, okay, I will. And then he just moved on to the thing, did his thing, got off stage, and that was it. I was impressed by Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was super professional.
Yeah. I was kind of surprised that the Academy didn't escort Will Smith out of the building at that point.
They asked him to leave.
They did ask him to leave?
And he refused. Yeah.
Wow. I didn't hear that.
Interesting. Yeah, I didn't hear that either.
Because he's Will Smith.
Yeah, because he's Will Smith. But
it's just weird to be that level in your head that you think that you can do this and it's okay. Like, I'm allowed because of who I am.
I don't think it was that. I think it was more the fact that if you look at the video, he was laughing at the beginning, but then he saw Jada's reaction. It was more about
her. Yep.
It upset his wife, and he had to go into to protect what
Oh, John's your mic just cut out.
The mic just cut out.
You're making like an awesome point, and then you're gone. Your mic disagrees. Oh, there you are.
There we go.
There you are.
Now I put on the crap. For some reason, this mic's not working, so you get this crappy mic tonight. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
It sounds all right.
But what I was saying is he saw her reaction. It was her reaction that made him respond.
Totally. And I can understand that. You know, if my girl doesn't like something and she's like thing, then in turn I feel like I need to say something so that they know, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but the difference is he acted super like on emotion and
could have took it backstage.
Like, think about this.
Could have
like,
waited.
If it was,
that's what I would have done.
That's what I'm saying. Like, let's say it was Jay-Z, right? And somebody made a crack at Beyonce. He would have just in his head been filing away what he's going to do to this person later. You know what I mean? Like he would have jumped up on stage, risked his reputation, his power, his money, his career, to embarrass himself in front of all these people that, don't know what's going on, don't know the history between Chris Rock and Will Smith, first of all, because they do have a bad history.
Oh,
and a lot of people I don't think knew, like I did not know that she had alopecia. I had no idea. I don't follow stories about her.
I knew
really.
that the next day, but yeah.
So I knew it after the fact. But so I think a lot of people just were shocked in so many, ways because of like they didn't understand. It seemed to come out of nowhere, but and I think they've also been having marital problems. I've heard things about her.
They have like an open relationship or something.
Yeah, they do.
John was quick with the mute.
I got kids and they're being yelled at right now, so I'm putting the mute.
You were like, dude, that was like quick draw. Click.
Like that was like an Oscar bleep.
Right? Gotta be good at that. Oh my God. What you said was Will Smith has. I mean, nothing's going to happen to Will Smith from this. He's not going to lose anything out of this. Like nothing bad is going to happen except for him. People saying, "Oh, he shouldn't have done that." But there's two big crowds. I mean, if you watch the TikToks and all the kind of crap, is half the crowd is saying, "Yeah, stand up for your woman. Don't play super game with some super prizes or whatever." You have to take it out and take care of it somehow. That's like But Chris Rock clearly knows about the troubles of alopecia. Black women in their hair because he made a documentary about it called Good Hair. So he clearly knows about the problems with this whole thing.
He did say he didn't know she had alopecia though.
Yeah, that's the report.
Yeah.
It's neither here nor there. I mean, what's going to happen from this? Is this going to be the most important thing remembered from this year's Oscars? That's really not what it
made it memorable. That's for sure.
Yeah. I haven't watched the Oscars in, I don't know, 10 years. So I don't really care. Because they don't mean anything. Half the time the people who win the Oscars are for shit you never see.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Well, I was actually more like upset for Questlove because, I'm a big fan of the Roots and Questlove. And I was like, oh my God, he won an Oscar, his first Oscar. And it totally just got overshadowed.
So did Samuel Jackson, got his first Oscar.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I found out after the next day, that happened.
Yeah, because it overshadowed everything. I just feel like it was such a weird thing. And I feel like there might be some unhingedness going on there that we're not aware of. He's going through a lot of stress, but
Melissa mentioned 2016 was like the history with Chris Rock and Will Smith. That's when Jada openly boycotted the Oscars. And so Chris Rock was hosting that one and he was joking about, Jada Pinkett basically didn't matter if she boycotted, like no one really cared, I'm paraphrasing, right? And so I think Will Smith was a little teed off for 6 years with that. And I don't know what happened, behind the scenes, but so it's a little history. And then all of a sudden he's like, "Hey, G.I. Jane," and I think Will just snapped, man. Like, it wasn't a good look, It's like he had the first seat in front of the stage, and that's not cool to jump on stage, right? It's like even if you're defending her, now backstage you want to smack them, okay, but just jumping on stage, that wasn't a good look. Yeah, that wasn't a good look at all.
Not a good look. We've got some meme gold out of that, man.
Oh man! Yeah. Oh, I'm memeing like crazy. I think Melissa probably sees a lot of stuff.
He's like, I'm memeing like crazy.
Oh man! Immediately, man. I I just send Will Smith gifts now. Like when people say something to me,
oh yeah,
that's like they're like, why keep sending Will Smith? Like this is hot right now, right?
You got it, man. It's what's trending.
Oh yeah. No, I got a meme that said,
keep my wife's name.
Mark safe today from Will Smith or something like that.
Yeah, I saw that on Facebook. Facebook, Mark safe from Will Smith.
That's what someone sent me.
Jay Roach sent me that.
Right after the slap, they sent me where everyone got the one where he's actually slapping them, and then above it has a title card of "Everybody Hates Chris."
Yeah,
I was like, "That's a good one."
Right. Yeah, I mean, on a serious note, though, I think a lot of comedians are really upset because they feel like this is going to give people sort of like encouragement to get up on stage and assault people when they don't like their jokes.
I think there's a lot to that. I think it would. Personally, I feel the Academy should have escorted him out. Still could have gave him the Oscar, but he should be punished for what he did, because you should lose that moment of you getting your Oscar because you did something that was ridiculous. Chris Rock's a comedian. That's his job, is to go up there and make fun of people. And I don't know if you saw Ricky Gervais on the Golden Globes 3 years ago. He's
brutal.
He was brutal. No one's going up on stage and try to smack them. You know what I mean? Because you know that they're there to make. And if you're going to take it, you can't be in the spotlight and get so sensitive about things. Yeah. He didn't talk about alopecia in a negative way. He compared her to G.I. Jane, who was a sexy bitch, and said, hey, G.I. Jane too. And Jada Pinkett, of all people, could do that role. And it's like,
I mean, she would take that job.
As long as she's working.
It was just a weird thing to be the catalyst to go and smack somebody.
It made it weird too. Like I said, like, why didn't they escort Will Smith? Because after he got I saw the speech, later after the fact. It was a very awkward speech. I was like, the moment's kind of taken away because then he's like, well, it's like, oh, people will make fun of you. You got to, put up with it. I'm like, Will, like, no one really feels sorry for you right now. I'm the biggest Will Smith fan.
Yeah,
I didn't feel sorry for him at all. I'm like, bro, like you just slapped the man. We gonna feel sorry for you,
right?
$20 million for Wild Wild West. I'm just saying.
And the look on the Williams sisters' faces. This is a movie about their life, about their family, their dad, and this was supposed to be a big moment for them, and they're just like, huh? Like, I mean, I've been seeing memes of their faces too, and it's like. And the fact that he got a standing ovation, I'm like, what are people smoking at this party?
Maybe there's the frame. It's like, you better stand up.
You better stand up or he's going to slap all of it.
Right. Just walked on, smack.
The whole hand.
It was so awkward. That whole thing.
Oh.
I think they should have had Jason Momoa escort him out.
Just pick him up and carry him out.
Yeah.
I wonder about that. Like if it was somebody else, because Chris Rock is not a big man. He's a small dude. Yeah. And I wonder if it was anybody else. Yeah, and Will Smith is not small.
Oh, I wonder if it was somebody else. Problem.
Like, what if The Rock gave that joke?
Yeah, he will, please.
You're like, catch it. No, dude.
Will would have laughed harder if The Rock had said the joke.
That's right.
Like, nah, babe, it's funny. It's really, come on, it's funny.
That's hilarious.
Well,
yeah, you would have looked at it, then you go up there and smack him.
Yeah, you try that. But Michael Rappaport. Who I think is hilarious. He talks a lot of shit and I think he's super funny. He came out with a little video and he was like, what if, Ben Affleck got up and slapped Jerry Seinfeld? He was like, none of those people.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Well, it would have been hilarious. But he would have gotten booed. They would have booed Ben Affleck out of there if he won an award right after. He wouldn't have gotten a standing ovation. So it's just interesting.
Well, the weirdness is that Will Smith has been so lovable for so long, right? And he's been kind of that guy that your kids can listen to him and you're not stressed about what they're going to hear on his music. And his movies have always been right there where they're kind of made for everybody, right?
Family,
family oriented or sci-fi, fun stuff, And so it just felt so out of character.
Yeah.
You got kind of a little glimpse on maybe some things that are bugging Will Smith right now.
Yeah.
It was weird to hear him say the F word. I'll say that. It felt weird.
Yeah, well, did it?
You haven't seen Bad Boys, John.
Yeah, I know. It's like, what are you talking about?
I haven't watched Bad Boys in a long time, man. I haven't seen the third one.
That was not too bad. Yeah.
Not too bad.
It's all good. I mean, I think, what's funny too, there's a misconception that a lot of people have about Will Smith is they know Will Smith for the last, 25 years or so, but he actually, when he started rapping, he was not as clean with his words because I've listened to some underground stuff that he did, like mixtape stuff, where he was a little bit more harder in the beginning, but he changed his image because he wanted to be commercial. He wanted to make, money and get into like, the shows like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and stuff like that. So he has this squeaky clean image and everyone's so shocked by it, but he is from Philly. And, he didn't start out so squeaky clean, he just worked really hard to give himself this image. But like you said, Kenric, I think the cracks are starting to show a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. And he's getting older too, and he might start getting to wear on him a little bit. And they are the butt of a lot of jokes. And, after time, that can get really old.
Yeah.
It might be fun for us, but at the same time, he just might be getting sick of it. And
it'll wear on you.
Yeah, but you're just gonna have to toughen out, and you have to deal with it. You want to be that person. You want to be in the limelight. You got to deal with it.
You have to, because, he, despite everything, he comes from a place of privilege now. He makes a shit ton of money, and it just goes and all that money is because of being in the position he's in, being in the limelight. So, I don't feel sorry for celebrities mostly. I'm like, oh, boo-hoo, cry me a river. Like, get over it,
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't feel sorry for him at all because I was like, man, I was looking forward to him winning this. And then I said that really tainted that whole experience. I mean, but like John said, nothing's going to happen to him. He's going to, maybe slap him on the wrist, but
time will tell. Yeah, time will tell.
Yeah,
you're definitely going to have a group of people that are going to be like so over the top disgusted but they're the people that are offended over everything, because at some point in our time, the last 20 years, it's not okay to be offended, right?
Right.
Like if I say something that offends you, then that's the end of the world. And it's like, oh God.
I cancel you.
Yeah, I cancel you because you're offensive. Oh, so I can't have any original thoughts because I might think something that might offend you. So I just keep my mouth shut.
Right. Everyone censors themselves. And I heard that argument come up with this particular incident. People were saying, oh, it's called consequence culture, where yes, Chris Rock can say whatever he wants, but then he has to deal with the consequences. And I'm like, yeah, but assault still isn't legal or right. So,
Once he gets off stage and they're backstage together and he wants to talk to him about it, then totally. And if it escalates from there because of whatever, then that's between them. But on stage, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, assault's not good, right? I mean, that is true, right? But I'm just saying, backstage, like no one would see him, kind of slap him real quick. Yeah, it'd be an urban legend, right?
Yeah, smack him when no one can see. Yeah, smack him in the alley. Run the other way, smack him out there. Like,
that assault's okay. Yeah.
Soap in the sock so it doesn't leave a bruise.
You broke the cardinal rule of smacking someone. You don't do it with cameras running.
Right.
Where no one can see it. No proof.
Oh my God.
So moving on.
We don't endorse that.
We don't endorse that.
We don't endorse smacking on camera. To be clear.
On camera.
Who's excited for Moon Knight on Disney?
Oh.
This guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I guess it drops today.
Yeah.
Haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but the trailers look stupendous. Looks like a lot of fun. The other thing that was really cool, I don't know if anybody noticed, or if you don't know, now you'll know, that all of the original Netflix Marvel shows are now on Disney Plus.
Yes, I have noticed that lately. Yeah. That's really cool.
And Disney answered one of the questions about mature shows on the Disney Plus app. Now, if you log in, if you haven't logged in a while, log into your thing and you'll see, it'll ask you, can this account see mature content? Mm-hmm. So that's a cool way for them. I thought they were just going to push all that stuff to Hulu. since they are now
it's Disney Plus now.
Yeah, because Hulu is owned by Disney now. They actually, they bought out NBC and Comcast to the tune of $15 billion with a B, and then has I think it's like 4 more years that NBC's content gets to be on Hulu, and then it slowly goes away.
Yeah, then it's totally theirs after that. Yep.
Yeah. So I thought they were just going to be releasing the things, but is it true? John, have you heard? Sil, have you guys? Well, all 3 of you guys, have you heard? Is it true that Jessica Jones and Daredevil are both going to be rebooted with the original cast members?
So everything we know Charlie Cox is back.
Yeah.
I mean, we know that for a fact, which means his universe is probably there. Jessica Jones, I cannot see them recasting Kristen Ritter for any reason.
They can't recast her. She's too perfect.
Yeah.
That's Jessica Jones.
There's rumors of stuff because, like, I follow Ben Barnes on Instagram, and he just posted some little teaser on his story. Dressed,
Another Punisher.
Yeah, he was like in the Jigsaw mask, and I thought, oh, what is this? So maybe they are rebooting all these.
Villain.
Yeah.
I mean, we hear some things like, I do work with Mikey Sutton. He's with geekgossipmag.com, and he hears stuff. Some things come to fruition, some don't. But with the Daredevil thing, he was saying Charlie Cox like 2 years ago. It's like, oh yeah, Charlie Cox, yeah, he's going, he's definitely been back. He's back. Kristen Ritter, he heard that. Now with the Daredevil, the last thing he told me was that original cast, like Foggy and the Karen Page character, they're all supposed to be back, but they're recasting like the Elektra character. They're recasting.
Uh-oh.
Nope, he froze. He froze.
Never know.
It's a recast. Apparently we're recasting Sil.
He froze. Hello.
He was like, my check bounced. I'm out.
Right.
He was like, I'm giving away too many secrets.
Dang,
Right.
he was on a
I know. We're gonna get all the dirt.
I wonder if he realized. You think he's still just talking?
I don't know.
Probably. Just
He doesn't
chatting away.
know that he's like, hey, yo.
It's like, what? He's like, why'd they all freeze?
Why did they freeze?
Why don't you say something to me?
Right.
Shit.
Oh my
Back
goodness.
out here, so.
It's a bad joke right now.
All right. Wow. Oh,
Oh, he's
okay.
gone.
He went away.
He's
Okay.
taken out.
I'll wait for him to
I'm
log
out.
back in.
Well, in the meantime,
Yeah.
I'm super excited. I'm hopeful for a new Punisher show. I'm
Yeah.
hopeful for a new Daredevil show. I'm very hopeful for a new Jessica Jones. Those 3.
More Iron Fist.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
Terrible.
Well, I don't.
It was a terrible
It
show.
fits the material though pretty well. I think people just want. I think what they're focusing on, because it's a white guy in an Asian culture, but that's what the whole point was: is a stranger in a strange land, and they don't.
I didn't care about that. It was bad acting, I thought.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
the
just thought
acting
it was
all right. I just thought he just looked like a doughboy, so I was like, Iron Fist is supposed to be like on Melissa's TikTok. That's the kind of person that should be Iron Fist. And
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah,
he had a
looking.
full-on dad bod.
Yeah. Well, the woman who played Colleen Wing, Jennifer something or other, she did a great job. I liked her a lot.
Yeah.
She was the best part of the whole show.
Okay.
You think on Jessica Jones they're going to recast Hellcat?
God, I hope not. I liked her a lot.
She was great.
Yeah.
You know what she was in, which I didn't recognize? She was in Transformers.
Was she?
She's the Australian coder.
Oh wow. Oh, oops.
The blonde Australian coder. You know what I'm talking about?
No, the first Transformers movie?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in forever, so I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Which was great. She's the one that goes to Anthony. God, who's the guy that does Blackish? He's the dad.
Anthony Anderson?
Yeah. Yeah. She goes to Anthony Anderson's house and they work together.
No, I don't remember. It's been probably 20
Hey,
years.
you're back.
Yeah,
Hey.
Welcome back.
Hey.
Welcome back.
That's a good old Kentucky internet over here.
Yeah.
All right.
So
You were
let's stop
in the
working.
middle of telling us all these secrets too. We were like, no.
Oh, really? Oh, hey, they took me out, I guess, as soon as I.
Yeah.
But I guess
Thought maybe your check bounced.
with the Daredevil, I mean, it is titled, Daredevil Reboot, but they're keeping a lot of the main, characters, like obviously Charlie Cox, the Karen Page person, she's supposed to still be there.
Deborah Ann
Foggy.
She's great.
Yeah, Deborah Ann Woll.
Deborah Ann Woll, she's supposed to be there, but they're recasting the Electric character and the Bullseye from third season. Obviously, Vincent D'Onofrio will show up. So
maybe we'll get lucky. They'll bring in Colin Farrell.
I love Colin Farrell. He could play any part, and I'd be happy.
Oh, dude, I'm a huge fan of Colin Farrell.
Yeah. Dude, his Bullseye.
Yeah, we talked about
the only
that.
redeemable thing,
right? Yeah, and then I mentioned Jigsaw. He's supposed to be the villain, like a more comic accurate one for Punisher. John Bernthal's supposed to come back.
Oh, good.
Punisher.
Yeah.
Christian Ritter's supposed to be back. So Purple Man's supposed to come back. As far as what he heard with David Tennant, he's supposed to come back for Jessica Jones. So
can we just take a second, quick,
awesome,
and talk about how amazing Colin Farrell was in the Batman as the Penguin?
I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it yet.
What?
He was so good. I didn't realize it was Colin Farrell, even though I knew he was cast as the Penguin.
Yeah.
Right.
And I saw the movie and I'm like, wow, that guy's doing a really good job. It didn't look like him at all. And then someone mentioned it after. I was like, holy crap, that was Colin Farrell.
He must have really love comics. You know what I mean? To put that much passion into it. I want to go see that. I almost at lunch for work today. It was like,
dude, it's a 3-hour movie. It's 3 hours.
Yeah,
long.
I'm waiting for it
to. That's what I was like. No, I can't.
Streaming. I can't do the theater for 3 hours.
You feel 3 hours too. You feel it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's solid, but
you feel it.
But when you watch it at home, you can pause it to go get something to drink, go to the bathroom or whatever.
There's probably like 30 to 45 minutes that can be cut out and it's still be a good movie.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of the Joker cut?
Useless.
The Joker cut.
I'm glad it was cut.
Yeah.
I don't think I even know about this.
Oh yeah, it's a deleted scene that Matt Reeves.
It's totally useless, pointless. It doesn't do anything to help the world or the characters. It's literally just a scene to show Batman talking to the Joker. Like that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But what'd you think of the guy playing the Joker?
I didn't like it.
Oh, he's an Irish actor. He was.
Yeah, he's a fine actor.
Turtles.
Yeah, he's a fine actor.
Well, I mean, I think other than Heath Ledger, obviously we can't ever, get him again.
Yeah, but they said the same thing about Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, but I mean, I think I really like Jared Leto, and in those movies, when he was with what's her name that plays Harley Quinn, the chemistry, it just seemed less. I mean, I know the Joker's like a dramatic character, but it seemed less cartoonish the way he played him. And I don't know. I would love
the way Heath played him, or the way Jared Leto played him.
Jared Leto. I mean, Heath Ledger was probably the best Joker, but he, obviously he's passed away, so he can't play him again.
But Cesar Romero was a great Joker, guys. Come on.
Like Heath Ledger, he still would have been playing the Joker at this point. Like he was that good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think Jared Leto did a good job. I think they should have him play the Joker again in something.
You really?
Yeah.
The problem with Leto's Joker is that Leto can do a great Joker. Leto proved he can do a great Joker with his scene in the Snyder Cut of Justice League, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He was great. That's the Joker they should have had in Suicide Squad. The gangster Joker in the Suicide Squad was not good, right? Leto did a fine job playing him, but it was so far off from everything the Joker's supposed to be that it just was very odd. And I get it can be different versions, and that's different versions are fine. But they're trying to put this super gangster Joker into the DCEU world, and it just didn't fit.
Well, that's what they did with Nicholson too, though. I mean, he was super gangster,
but a different kind of gangster.
Yeah, he was super gangster. The way they write the Joker, like, and if you read the 80s or the 70s Joker, he was always very 1920 gangster style. So it made sense. It was just, and I don't know.
Which is why I don't understand why you guys don't like Jared Leto being gangster then.
Well, what are you saying?
Gangster. It's not gangster like I run a gangster thing. It's gangster like I got tattoos on my fucking face and I wear purple jackets. Purple crocodile jackets.
That's dope.
It didn't fit John.
Wow.
But
I thought it was good. I liked it.
Have you seen Melissa's TikTok, John?
I have. It's steamy. It's very steamy.
It's very steamy. A lot of tattooed up.
I won't say spicy, but it's very steamy.
She keeps getting all of my college pictures and putting me on TikTok without my permission.
It's all Kenric, all of it. Every one of them.
Yeah, I have fun on TikTok. You know, I gotta sell. I write romance books. I gotta sell them somehow.
Dude, yeah, but you're blowing up on TikTok. You guys actually should check out. Is it Melissa Searcha Writes?
Yeah.
And Searcha is Sercia. And you guys really should check out. She has a lot of fun on TikTok. It'll make you laugh. And honestly, all the girls that I know that I have shown your TikTok to are like, oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I'm just starting to figure out TikTok. I'm trying to put like outtakes on there. So
I gotta find you. World. I'll find you on TikTok.
The thing is
different. It's hard to figure it out first.
Johnny, if you and I started putting like gorgeous girls ripping their shirt off and saying spoiler country, we would not get the same reception.
Yeah, well, because, you know, historically.
I mean, we'd get a reception for sure.
I don't know if we get the ones we want.
Well, I guess the difference is that, like, historically, you know, men have done that with women, not you guys, but like,
weird guys.
You know, sort of exploited women for their bodies and stuff. And now we're kind of like, we're turning the tables on y'all. We're like,
good stuff.
We're going to start exploiting these man mimbos or whatever.
Let's do it for Sport Country. Let's do it with the same guy she's using on hers.
Yeah.
We'll just tack on Sport Country stuff on him. Then we're not doing it to women, we're doing it to men.
That's right. In fact, there's a really good show right now on HBO. I don't know if you've seen it. It's called Minx. And it is based on a true story and it's hilarious. But it's about this girl who is a young lady. She's like a journalist. She wants to do this patriarchal type, you know, feminist magazine in the 70s. And of course, all these men are like, no, honey, we're not going to do that for you. So she meets this guy who he's like kind of in the porn industry. And he decides that she could do her magazine, but she needs to have it be like spoon fed to the masses. So it's basically the start of Playgirl, essentially. They call it Minx. And so they have all these pictures of naked guys, but then she'll make her like feminist articles, you know, in the magazine as well. And it blows up, becomes super popular. And yeah, it's a really interesting show. It's really funny, really well done. Yeah. It's very good.
On the exact opposite on HBO, you can turn around and watch Thomas Jane and Hung.
Yeah.
Which is the exact opposite of what we're just talking about.
Gotta balance it out. Yeah.
Go to my TikTok, people. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah. What do you guys think of the Punisher change? They have completely changed the skull specifically because they felt the indoctrination of the Punisher logo with far right and with fringe groups and police officers and military. They didn't like it. So they decided to change the look of the skull. And I'm kind of curious. I don't think it doesn't look bad to me. It looks all right. It looks more demonic.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, they'll just indoctrinate that.
We'll just take it.
Like level up.
There's a part of me that feels like you're kind of giving in by changing it, but at the same time, you know, it's comic books. Everything changes.
I heard they're going to change it back, though. I think, they're doing like this comic run in the Punisher where he's a part of like the Hand or something like that. So they kind of try to jazz it up, but I don't think they got the good reception. Yeah, I don't think they got a good reception at all.
No, so. It's not a good look. It's not a good skull. It's not good.
You don't like it?
No.
What don't you like about it? Whoever edits it, put something like here that shows the skull.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit the Punisher style. It looks very like Eastern, right? So it being involved in a story with the Hand makes sense, but it doesn't look very, I don't know. It looks demonic, but also like, you know, those drawings, those old Japanese drawings, wood carving you see with the devils and stuff, and how they have the different shapes. It looks like that, right?
That's what I thought.
It does.
That does not fit into the Punisher like really at all. And I think they should change it back, and they shouldn't change it because those alt-right fuckwads want to use it. Tell the alt-right fuckwads you just fuck off. I'm sorry for the lives there, but it's like seriously, why should they change the Punisher logo? Like we just
which I don't understand. Why didn't they just get sued for copyright infringement, right? Because that logo is trademarked. So if they're using it,
Marvel sells stickers with just the skull. So people just buy it. They sell all that stuff. They're going to sell it to make their money because they don't. Yeah. At the end of the day, they say they care, but they don't care. If they can have 10 million people buying that shirt, they're going to sell it. And if they can get 20 million people put it in the back of their pickup truck with their nuts on with their hanging nuts on their trailer, on their hitch, and their Punisher logo in the bottom left corner of their back window, then they're gonna sell it.
Yeah.
And then they can turn around and they have all these these super left writers and artists, and they're gonna be like, oh, we're doing it because of this. But at the end of the day, Marvel's like, I'm just making more and more money off of your labor. I mean, it is what it is. So, yeah. What's anybody reading anything cool lately? Nothing, something different. I just got 5-star, and actually, I want to show you the cover because this is kind of cool. I'm actually excited to read this book. I just got it.
Okay. All right. Oh, he's gonna go get the cover.
Please on that. I just got this, which is the new Trekker book.
Oh, I love Trekker.
From Ron Randall. And
yes.
It's so awesome. I love Ron. It's got a nice, awesome sketch inside of it.
We need to get Ron back on the show.
I know. He hasn't been on else. He's only been on 9 times.
I know. He's like the veteran, the most. I
think he's the most recurring guest that's not now on the podcast.
We making fun of my room.
We should do like a special jacket, like they do on SNL for like the person that hosts the most shows. They get like a special room and
I'm in the 5
jacket.
Club. So check out this artwork, and then I'll show you the cover of the comic book. So I got this.
Ooh.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's nice.
The Danny Quick and Morgan turned me onto this. Look at this guy.
Oh, I like that.
That's cool.
Yep.
That's really cool.
This one, and we'll tag the creator so you guys can give him a shout out.
Yeah, Dan's got a shop open up in North Carolina right now.
Yeah,
awesome.
And then here's the book. So people know we do a lot of independent stuff, have a lot of independent creators on. We didn't have these guys on, Clapper and Lee, and I kind of wish we would have, because this book looks amazing.
Oh wow.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It's really cool. The inside looks amazing. The storyline looks fun. I haven't read it yet. I just got it yesterday.
Yeah.
So we'll give things. It's Freestyle Comics with a K, and then we'll link them in so you guys can give a shout out and maybe
that's cool.
Maybe pick one up. Well, yeah, it's cool.
I know I plugged my co-host Mikey Sutton a lot, but we're business partners too, and so I kind of plug him. He helps me with stuff too, but he has a comic book himself too, right? So
does he?
Dreamwalker, a very dark, like horror type. Now the cool thing with this, because it's almost like when I say it out loud, I still can't believe like what he's doing with this. First off, the artist, okay, Noel Leon Flores is a worldwide like Filipino like art like guru.
Wow.
Like dude is pretty descriptive with his art. He got him on board. He got some like former DC guys on his comic label, the Second Skin comic label there. So you got that website, secondskinscomics.com. Then the cover, okay, this person is modeled off of Kate Valdez. She is a Filipino international model, and he became friends with her. He said, I'm gonna make a comic book about you. And so he did that. Insane art, insane just team he put together. And then that was issue 1. He's putting me in issue 2.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Awesome.
So it's gonna be kind of nuts next month. So
that's awesome. So cool. That's awesome. The last thing I've read that I really liked was, I know it's been out for a while, but I just finally got around to reading it, was The Magicians, new class, Lila Sturgis, Lev Grossman. Friggin' fantastic. I hope. Yes. Yeah. Well, I think The Magicians was originally, I want to say it was like a UK show, and then they made an American version.
Is it American or is it Canadian? Sometimes it's hard.
Yeah, it's probably filmed in Canada, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like everything is. But yeah, no, it was really good. Really well done. Yes, I'm hoping. And I had her on the show. Remember, like, I think it was a year and a half ago we had her on, and we talked about it, and then I bought it, read it, and just smashed it. It was so good. Everyone should read it.
So Sil has either froze, or he really likes what Melissa was saying.
He was really excited about the whole thing, man. It was so exciting for him.
Right?
He's like, oh my God, what you're saying is amazing.
With everything, all the video moving around as it goes.
Yeah, so that's what I was reading. But I'm also reading, a lot. You can tell by my TikTok. I'm reading a lot of dark romance right now too. That's obviously not comic book related, but there's some good stuff out there. Some really good books that are literally dominating the Amazon charts right now. The genre is popping. Readers are really, really hungry for this type of books. So it's kind of exciting to be a romance author right now.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I hate to do it, guys, but I got to drop for kid stuff.
Okay.
It's great talking. When it still comes back home, I said bye.
Okay. It's been a pleasure, John.
As always.
In the flesh.
Whatever.
All right. He was really out of there.
He was.
And then there were two.
He didn't even give us an hour, jerk.
I know. Came on late, left early.
I know. What the heck, man?
The hell?
It's like that weird uncle that comes for Thanksgiving.
Right? Just goes straight for the dessert and then leaves. Cool. Yeah. Send me the link to that book you were just showing, because that looks really, really cool.
Yeah, it's cool, man. Those guys did a really good job.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
I'm kind of excited to read it. I haven't had a chance to sit down and read it yet. So
yeah, that
is coming soon.
Okay. I know it's so hard to balance everything, right? Like when we have work, we have family, we have hobbies, I want to watch a show and I want to read a book and I want to read a comic, and it's just like not enough hours in the day.
Yeah. It's just not. And work has been crazy. So it's like I'm stuck all the time, and I can't do like the podcasting stuff like I want to,
right?
As much as I want to. And then I feel like a jerk because I'm like, oh, I'm not available. Or, hey, can you interview this guy? Sure. And then it's like, no, I gotta cancel.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we make it work. We definitely, Renee, I think, did a couple last week. Who did she do? I can't remember right now. It was a female comic book artist. Yeah. So she's been doing some here and there, and I think she's liking it a lot, and, getting more into her podcasting groove. It takes a minute to kind of find your voice, I think.
Yep. It's still coming back?
Oh, yeah. Here he is. Let's see. Yeah. So we've got some good stuff coming for the podcast.
Coming on. We have a lot of good shows coming out.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. Hey, you're back.
Yeah, you're back.
I'll strike two right there.
It's like we're trying to do
storm.
It's like an Instagram live, when I keep kicking you off.
This never happens until I joined y'all here. So.
Of course.
It's gotta be Zoom.
It's gotta be Zoom. I know. I've had issues with it.
Johnny had to leave.
Yeah.
We're down.
Yeah, kid stuff. He claims kid stuff. I don't know.
Right. It was so funny still because it froze on you smiling this big pearly white smile. And we were like, either he froze or he really likes what Melissa's saying right now.
really, really digging what I'm dishing out.
Could it be both? Could it be both?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, still, I got to ask you, how did it go with Tucky the other night? I'm so sorry I missed it.
That was so awesome, right? We recorded it actually, so I'm still editing it right now, and I'm gonna drop that episode kind of like in segments because she just gave me a lot of material. Like talking to Tucky, like she's a very unique person.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you already know, Melissa. You talked with her and very honest.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, she's just very open and honest, and it's like I was like, man, I told her like in the middle, I was like, I gotta edit this out, but like, man. I was like, man, we get some good stuff here, Tucky. So no, it went really well. Yeah, and the funny thing, I didn't know she was in. I didn't put two and two together. I guess Tucky, Kentucky, but there was in Lexington, and I told her I was like, man, if I would have known, we could have like connected and did some kind of like booth or something, or just something cool for a Comic-Con. So I was like, well, next time I was like, we definitely have to, network and get something together there. So I had a blast.
Yeah.
It was really nice talking to her.
That's awesome. She's such a cool person. She has so much cool stuff to
Mm-hmm.
say all the time. I mean, I know we did the interview together. It's been a while now, actually, since I talked to her. I think it was in 2020, maybe end of 2020 when I first talked to her. But we keep in contact on social media. And yeah, she's just a brilliant person. She's been on the show a couple times, right, Kenric?
Yeah, she's been on with you and with Casey. And I think we talked about when she was on with Casey was when her Amazon movie got pulled for bullshit reasons.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if she talked to you about that when she had that ban Amazon.
She didn't go into that. No.
Yeah, they were saying it was too, sexual or too risque or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, just the half the stuff you see on streaming like that, her show was nothing compared to that. Like at all.
Have you guys watched Jackass Forever?
No.
Oh my God, there's so much male nudity and like nut sacks, like close up of nut sacks. And you're just like, what?
Well, I think
it starts off.
Her stuff got banned. She believes, at the time, she believed that it was more because of the gay connotation. Because it was female on female and not
probably was.
Female.
I think, it probably was.
She got picked on essentially.
Somebody offended.
So weird. Because I think she did kind of have a side comment for Amazon because. I guess they were the ones that kind of implement that against her, but yeah, that sounds weird hearing that they did that.
Yeah, I think it's back now. I think you can now stream it on Amazon Prime and find all of her movies on there. And yeah, she's incredible filmmaker. But no, sorry, what were you saying about Jackass? Kenric?
I don't want to go back to Jackass now. You can talk about them dressing up a penis like Godzilla, having it go through the city, and that just doesn't sound as important now.
Oh my God. No, there's a place for that too. I loved the new Borat. People hated it, but I loved it. I thought it was
I didn't
really
watch
funny.
new Borat. Was it funny?
It was funny. Oh yeah. Did you watch it, Phil?
No, I have not.
I don't think I even knew it was out.
Yeah. Well, you know what I love about Sacha Baron Cohen is because most of the time, like the people in the shot don't know they're on camera. They don't realize it's a movie.
Right.
Because he goes specifically on purpose to these little towns where like people don't pay attention to, like Hollywood. They don't know Borat. Right. He does it on purpose so he can get genuine reactions out of people when he's pulling his shenanigans. And it was absolutely hilarious. And there was that whole scandal with Rudy Giuliani. When he had the girl pretend that she was
that
younger.
For the new Borat movie?
Yeah, it's new Borat.
Oh, that's
it's so good. Yeah, it's a really you gotta watch it. It's fun.
My God, there's a scene in the new Jackass where they have this guy. He's morbidly obese and he's part of the crew, and he's just all over. It's hilarious, and they have Johnny Knoxville dressed up in his bad grandpa get up. The old man, and they're in this furniture store. And he lays down on, those balloon tube things for the lake where somebody sits on the edge and somebody else jumps on the back and it propels the other people forward into the lake. No. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
It's a big cylinder style. It's basically like a big air balloon. It's like a big balloon basically. Oh, God. And so you sit on the front of it. It's like an inner tube, right? But it's long. And you sit on the front of it that points towards the lake, and then you're pushed down so you compress all the air to go to the back. Okay. And then somebody jumps on the back. And so what happens to all that air? It gets pushed forward, and you're sitting on the thing, so you launch out into the lake. Okay.
So stupid.
Can you see it in your mind's eye? It's so stupid. You wouldn't have fun doing that?
I don't like lakes.
Oh, no.
I don't like outdoorsy stuff.
You don't like lakes.
I don't really.
Oh my God.
I don't really like lakes. I mean, okay. I don't like
camping camping to you is the hotel.
Oh my God. Yes, of course. Yeah. No, wine tasting. Totally yeah. Or cabin, like a nice cabin with like a kitchen and a fireplace.
The point of this is just to facilitate that you understand the concept of what's happening.
I guess.
Right.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
So they're in this furniture store, and he's acting like the old man, and he sits down on a sofa that has the same basic dynamic of this thing. Right? It's an air-filled thing. Okay. And he sits on the thing, and that dude, he's super huge. Okay. And he's naked through the whole thing. It's hilarious.
Of course he is.
and he got a job at this furnace place, and he's hanging all this stuff, and it's all on camera and it's all real. You know what I mean? Oh, and so Johnny Knoxville sits on the edge of it, and he's up on this, like, you know, those scissor platforms that go up and down so you can get so he's up near the ceiling, and the dude like falls backwards and hits the thing, and he launches Knoxville so high he goes into the roof, and all of the plaster and lights come crashing down on him, and all the employees were like, what the hell just happened?
Can you imagine if he works there?
Oh my God. Yeah. It was.
I feel like I'm going on break.
Oh yeah. It's on Paramount Plus. It's streaming. I love Jackass when I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
Right now I'm almost 50, but it's been almost 20 years since the last one.
Right, which you have to remember too, that all those guys in that are almost 50 as well.
Yeah.
You know, and you're like, and you're still doing it.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's crazy to watch it, because now my thing is like, oh, I feel so bad for that person. Where before I was dying laughing, but now I feel bad.
Yeah, well, that's the thing too. Like,
so many
get older. I mean, you know, I've hurt my neck just like trying to pick up laundry off the floor, you know, like I can't do any of this.
I did. My phone in front of my office over here, I did this movement, and my back was done. I was like, oh, I had to go to the doctor and everything. And it was so embarrassing.
Oh my goodness.
I was going to my boss at the time. This was a while ago. I went to my boss. I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta go to the doctor. He's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I can't move my back. He's like, what'd you do? I said, I answered the phone.
Yeah, exactly. Just like guzzling like handfuls of CBD gummies.
Yeah. I'm like out here like working in the yard all day, doing all this stuff. Nothing. I answer the phone. I'm out for a week.
Yeah. Now you have to be careful. You know, you have to be careful of every movement you make once you hit a certain age. I don't know. Still, I don't know how old you are.
I'm 40.
Okay. All right. So you're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're in the 40 group.
You're in the 40.
So tell me, when I turn 40, I swear to God, the day I turn 40, for like the next 6 months, 3 a.m. have to piss.
Yeah. What is
39? I sleep all night. The day I turned 40, boom, 3 a.m. I had to piss. And I'm going to be turning 48.
If something happens to our bladders or something when we get older, it's the same thing. I like it. Yeah. I could, you know, when I was in my 20s, I could sleep like a rock. I would go party all night, and I would sleep till like noon. Right? Yeah. I wouldn't get up till noon. I didn't have to work till 4 o'clock. You know, I was in the restaurant business, and now I'm up at like 5 a.m. Like, oh, I have to, like you said, I have to go pee. Like it's insane, right? Like why?
And then sometimes I just can't even fall back asleep for like an hour.
Oh yeah, no, forget
it.
I'm
just sitting there at 3:30 in the morning going, what am I doing? I'm just like watching YouTube or
I'm playing Wordle.
Yeah. I'm playing King Quest or something. It's just so dumb.
We live such exciting lives now, don't we?
So this is what I had to look forward to. Okay.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh, it's happy. You're 40. It's going to be like tomorrow. Just wait.
Right.
He's going to get up at 3 a.m. tonight. He's going to be like,
damn you.
It's totally your fault.
Cursed me.
Curses you. That's hilarious.
I know. I'm glad that our audience is like, I think mostly older people as well, right?
I would assume so. I mean, we got to be kind of boring for somebody 14, 15 years old.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
I mean,
Jesus, these old
really
fuckers.
Mature 14. I mean, we're pretty immature, but I mean,
at
the same time, we're not, you know.
Yeah, like on my channel, I look at the analytics, and it's mostly, I mean, you know, like adults, because I talk a lot about the business with the movie industry too, and so. So I don't think I have like a lot of like kid energy, you know.
Right.
Yeah. I don't have kid energy.
Yeah.
UKE big kid energy is not there.
Exactly. We're not the ones.
Yeah, because I see some channels. I mean, you have to make fun of nobody that does that, but it's just they're very animated. Like it's like they're on Blue's Clues or something. Like doing a video. Yeah, I'm like, well, kids probably watch that.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, no, we're trying to stay awake now.
Where's my energy drink? No.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, all right, guys. I
Yeah.
think we've come to a good hour. I think it's good.
Yeah.
A lot of fun still.
Yes.
Dude, it's stupendous having you on. Hope to get you on soon.
Yeah.
We're trying to convince him to come and do some interviews with us. So if you liked hearing still on Spoiler Country, let him know that we need to have him more on Spoiler Country, and we'll get him over there. And then we can do some cross promo stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, down for it.
Especially with the interview stuff. You know, it's funny you talk about, before we go, you talk about Mikey Sutton, and you guys been working. We had him on 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. But he dropped. We got the Amethyst show that was, or Jim. I can't remember. I didn't know the character, but to be honest, and it was somebody that used to work with us that interviewed him. I didn't interview him.
Okay.
But it was like, it's going to be on HBO, and it's going to be called the Amethyst or Jim. I can't remember now. I'm just
we'll have to go back in the archives.
But it was funny. We had all these people like calling. Do you get a lot of people that are like part of other scoop places that like, that's a lie, that's not real, no. And we had them on one time, and all of a sudden it was like, oh my God, we had so many people just like for lack of a better term, talking shit. And it was just like, okay, it's a rumor, and
let's see what happens, right?
Let's see what happens. Who cares?
Yeah,
stop being a weirdo.
Because, me and him, we do a lot of work together now. So like, you know, people really come to my channel, whether they like him or not, and you know, like challenging his stories. I'm like, hey, like, I mean, you know, like, hey, this is supposed to come out 2022. It's like, okay. And they would send the message, well, he said it'll come out this year, and it hasn't yet. It's like, well, I mean, it's, you know, we got like 8 more months left, bro. Like, it's like a long year. Like, at least wait to 2023 to say
things change.
Yeah, well, and things get shelved, things get passed for distribution.
All
I mean,
the
there's
money,
so much. Yeah, I mean, I have friends that are waiting on, you know, that have sold film rights. I have traditionally published author friends of mine whose books have literally sold film rights. And when you're like, well, when's it coming out? They're like, I don't know. It might not even happen, because it just doesn't work like that. It's just because you sell the rights or you get some kind of promise.
I'm still waiting for Sandman's Slim by Richard Kadri.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and oh God, the guy that direct all of the John Wick movies. What's his name? We had him on. We talked about it. He was like, he's like, I was all slated to do it, but then other projects came up and it just got pushed.
And the thing with Mikey too, he's got a ton of stuff right. So it's very weird when as soon as he says something, people's like, no, you know, he's not my favorite scooper. And it's like, dude, just calm down.
Like, calm down.
Right.
Just let it
fun.
That's that kid energy. That's what I'm talking about. I don't have that energy to like fight everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, we got attacked by like 3, like 2 major scoop guys that work for other. Like one worked for what is that one? Oh God, We Got You Covered. And we're like,
what, really?
Yeah, it was like, we got you covered. Come on, man. You guys don't get anything right.
Yeah, y'all should be like,
yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Don't attack me. I don't know. We Got You Covered. I can't even remember. I think it was from those guys.
Just made us targets now.
Yeah, we
got you covered. I tell you.
Right. My email's gonna blow up tonight.
Right.
There's gonna be a lot of hate mail. I mean, I get like weird emails sometimes, like, "Hey, Mikey was wrong." I'm like, why don't you email Mikey? Like, why are you emailing me? You know, like,
right? Why are you bothering me? That's why I just stick to the interviews.
You know, that's what you tell. You think, but what if he's right? Love it.
Exactly. You know, and they get quiet then. When he's right, they don't say nothing.
Right.
We almost need Robert.
Hey.
We need Robert on this conversation. I'm sure he would have a lot to add.
Right. All right, guys.
All right. What is
Still Abdul? Check out his channel on YouTube and everywhere podcasts are heard. Coffee Talk. Melissa Search. I don't know where you're at.
I'm on all the Twitters.
Yeah, she's on the Twitter. Check out Melissa Searcher Writes on TikTok. You'll have a lot of fun. I guarantee it. I'm Kenric Regan, and for Johnny Horsley that left us earlier, this was Spoiler Country. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
And we're back.
That's right. We are back. Back in the saddle again. Well, I hope you guys really, really enjoyed that as much as we did making it for you. And if you liked what you heard and you want to hear more, you got to go check out Spoilerverse.com, because at Spoilerverse.com, we have a plethora amazing directors and artists of all walks of life, and editors and writers. And oh my God, are you a lover of comic books like we are? Then there's so many amazing people from the comic book world over at Spoilerverse.com. And I highly implore you to go there and check it out.
Yeah, and while you're there, you can check out all the other podcasts on our network, like Bridges and Geekdoms and Funny Book Forensics and Haphazard Adventures and Nerds from the Crypt and so many more.
Misery
We put out
Point
episodes
Radio.
all the time. Go check all of them out. And check out all of the reviews and previews and articles we have going up every single day for you. Every day on Spoilerverse.com for you to check out and to read and to love and to like and to comment. We have a store link. You want to help support the site? You can do it two ways. One, go to our Patreon, which is patreon.com/spoilercountry, or go to our store link in the middle of the site there and get a t-shirt, a face mask, a hoodie, something, look fly as hell, and help support the site when you do that, because we get $1 or $2. And, maybe you want to talk to us. If you do, you can do it obviously on all the socials, but if you go to scpod.us/Discord, you can join our public Discord server and come chat with us all day long.
I couldn't say it better myself, dude.
There you go.
You just mouthed out a ton of information at once. And really, I hope you guys enjoy what you're hearing, because we're working our butts off to bring it to you.
We are.
I guess there's only one left thing. One left thing? Yeah, I'm going to go with it. There's only one left thing left to do.
What's that?
In an oceans of podcasts,